And welcome back to the second part of the Advanced Payroll Management System tutorial. Now, as you guys can see, none of these buttons do anything. So what I'm going to do first of all is, you see, let's take care of the total. Then we can take care of the rest. So exit out. I'm going to come right down here. Let's double click on the total. First off, I need all of these variables here. These three variables here, that'll make life easy. Let's use these three variables first. I'm going to copy them. Let's go back in there since I have them. Double click on total payment and paste that in there. Now get rid of this. The very first one is going to be, let's say, equals, I think we can just say by value, txt inner city dot text. So whatever we have in here is stored in here. So let's repeat the same thing for this other one. And the next one is basic. That's going to be txt basic pay. Okay, let's put that here. Close that. And this is going to be basic salary. The text box is called. Now this one here, that is going to be for the overtime. So the overtime is also called txt overtime. Let's grab all of these and paste it right here. Okay, now that is taken care of, let's do one thing. LBL gross pay dot caption. Let it take in all of these values that I've just entered in there. So I'm going to say, I don't want that noise anymore. Take this. Now equals this. Then add the basic pay to it in a city. That's the money you get, the wages you get from working in the city, and this one is basic pay, and if there's any overtime. Now there. So what I just want to see now is to make sure that this is we're taking all of the value. But first thing first, let's copy this and convert it to pound, and let's say equals format. The gross pay, LBL gross pay dot caption, comma, let me put a pound sign, and hash to represent the value, comma, double hash 0.000. There we go. Now I'm going to try this out. There's still more to go, so let's enter value in there, enter whatever in there, and in here as well, and let's see. Good, the gross pay is working. Okay, now let's continue. Double click on that. I'm back in here. The next thing I want to do now is I want to get the tax, pension, student loan, and NI number. I want those ones calculated. So come right down here, paste them here. So this one, tax, is going to be equals the following. Let's get hold of all of this here. And whatever the tax rate is, you can just make that up. Okay, and I'm going to assume the tax is, let's say it's about 9%. Let's say 9 multiply by 9, divide that by 100. Okay, so we have, so that will be 40. That should be divided. Okay, I've got the very first one. Now For the pension, it's going to be the same. Let's assume you're paying more pension for your own security. So you grab a pension, and let's say the pension is about you paying about 12% of it. Then student loan, payback time student, and the student loan you're paying about, let's say, 5% of your wages. Then your NI, that's for the state, and let's assume that is just about 3%. Okay, so that is all taken care of. Now we now want to assign each of these into their own respective components. So let's say LBL tax dot caption, we're taking whatever we have inside tax. Okay, pension for pension, student for student, and so on. Okay, now let's go for LBL pension. LBL pension dot caption equals pension. Now student loan, grab all of that. LBL student loan dot caption, let's see, dot student loan dot caption, is the name wrong? Okay, let's see, dot caption equals that. Let's see, what is my student loan called? Okay, let's finish up this. I'll find that out. Then the next one is the NI. LBL NI payments dot caption, that is equals that. Now student loan, I did not see the auto here. That is correct. Okay, let's copy that and paste that in there. Alright, so if I run it now and we enter, we're going to find a way to make sure when we click on this, those text disappears, and you just enter whatever you want to enter in there. There we go. The student loan, everything is calculated, so that's how much you pay. Alright, after deduction, this is the gross pay. We now need to calculate the deduction and so on. Now exit out. It's looking good. Let's go back to total. We're still working on that very total. This one's here. Let's change everything so that we can add the pound sign to it, or we can just add everything here instead of reinventing the wheel here. So let's come in here and just grab hold of all of this, paste that here, and bring the tax over, cut that off and put that here. It should work. Yep, try that out. Yep, that's fine. I don't think I'll be copying that directly from there, so I can just format it just like that. This is going to be pension. Copy, paste. Alright, let's just copy the other ones directly. Yeah. And here, cut this one off, paste it here, cut the student off, paste that in here. Right, so that is all taken care of. Nice. Exit out. Now we need to put together the deduction and the net pay. So for us to work out the deduction, what we need to do is let's come in here first and say LBL deductions dot caption, that will be equals the following. So we can just, let's clear this first. Oh, wait a minute, I can paste all of that. Paste? No, undo that. Copy it first. Copy this, paste it here. Right. For the deduction, I'm going to have to add up all of this. So let's grab all of this and paste it in here. Or maybe we should just create one in here. We call deduction and copy and paste or whatever. Okay, just paste that. Add this here. And add student loan. And finally add this, the NI number. So that's for deduction. Run. So the deduction is there. So we now want to deduct whatever we have in here from here to get net pay. Good. It's looking good so far. Yeah. Now, okay, let's see if the net pay will work. I'm going to say LBL net pay dot caption, that will be equals, let's grab hold of this format, let's say equals, paste that in here. Now we now want to deduct the gross pay right here. I think that should work. Let's see if it's gonna work. Deduct this from this because it's already pound sign here. Let's see if it's gonna work. If not, I will do it in another way. Gross pay, and let's see. There's no harm in trying. Paste it there and let's see what's going to happen. Let's run that. Enter some value in here. Overtime. Oh, it does work. So when you add this together, we get the net pay. That is very good. That actually make life easy for me. Okay, we now want to be able to work out the, you see this very one here, that is the tax period, and the tax period, we'd also use that to work out the taxable and the pensionable. So I'm going to go back in here. Now come right down here. I've already declared a variable up here that I call date, d-date. D-date is going to be equals format date, comma, middle date. That's what the date is. Now, month number, we now want to convert the date to month number. No, month number equals month of the date. Very good, we have that in there. Now that we know what that one is, we're going to now say LBL tax period. Dot caption, that will be equals months. Okay, so if we run it now, that should officially tell us whatever number is in there. The month is July. That's it right there. That is good. So let's get this period. Let's use that to work out 1 and 2. So whatever tax you've paid, multiply that by 7 and multiply this by 7. So let's see. Depend on how it's done in your own area, but I'm going to give that a shot here. Now come down here. Let's say LBL taxable pay dot caption, that to be equals. Let's grab hold of all of these formats and dump it there. So we want it to format the following. So whatever you have in here, multiply that by period. Now it's going to be tax, this one. We multiply that by period times let's see times let's say, okay, if we assign this into somewhere, we can just call that period, because I declare something that I call period. Yeah, so I can just say this equals this. It's the same, or I can just copy this and paste it right there. That's the period of tax multiplied by that. That one is sorted. So we now need to also take care of the pensionable. Paste that in there, change this to pensionable. The pensionable pay, pension. Pensionable, I believe that's the pensionable pay, yeah. Multiply that by, there we go. Yeah. So run. Enter some value in there. There we go. Very good. So all of the wages and so on, everything is taken care of. At the end of the day, this is the final wage, net pay, or your take home. Now let's take care of this very one. You see, when I click on this and select this, I want it to populate whatever we have in here. Okay, and this to generate reference number for us. This one is easy. We can just take care of that right away. Let's come right down, double click on that, and double click on that, and right in there I'm just gonna say LBL pay reference dot caption, that will be equals evaluate the following random function. I'm going to say run between, I'm just going to make it about 1,000 by, let's say, okay, that's fine. There. So that should give us our, if I click on that, that gives us whatever. Okay, that's good, taken care of. Now let's come in here. You see, when I click on this, select whatever number, employee reference number, I want it to populate this, include their names and so on. So let's do that. Double click on that, the combo box reference, paper reference. So using an if statement, I'm going to say if the, it's not uppercase, let's see, if the combo box is set dot text, if it's equals, let's say the following, I think the first value is 7 something. Let's see a form initialize that. There we go, that is it right here. Copy it. If it's equals that, then I want the following. That should be 2 of those. Okay, get rid of this one. Then txt address.text, that is equals, at least you as an employer, you must have the details, the address of your employee. So let's say it's number 12 Allen Way. Okay, why do I keep adding brackets? All right, let's say and if here. Now that is for the address. The other thing is going to be txt employee name. You must know the name of your employee. So let's say that one is called Peter Parker. Then txt postcode dot caption equals, enter whatever in there. Let's say QW there. Now gender, so if you want, then we can add that in here as well. Then we have LBL. Most of these, if there's any error, it can be changed equals. Now we can just copy the reference because the reference is generated officially, and I'll have it in here. Like I said, you can change the reference as well. Okay, if you want to change that, you can change that. You can change the names, you can change everything. That is why this section of user details is all in text box, so the end user can just change it if there's any error made. Now the company you're working for, let's say, is employee name, no, employer name dot text, and that is equals, let's say, Pan Africa. There we go. So that's the first one taken care of. But now we also want to know about the national insurance number, tax code, and so on for these individuals. So let's come in here. Let's say LBL tax code dot caption equals TC 7683373. Okay, so we just made one up. The next one is NI number. And that is going to be NI 5487241. And finally it's going to be NI code. So the code, whatever code is in, when they read that, they will know how much they can save for you. all done. Okay, let's try this out. Run. Come in here, enter that. This should be, oh, that's not caption, that's text. Change that to text, and this one is text as well. Let's go back in there, double click on that. Text, text, text. Okay, let's try it out one more time. There we go, look at that. And in here, looks like it's almost finished, but guess what, it's not finished yet. Okay, we need, when we click on this, we need information about the payslip as well. And here we have 4 more employee to be taken care of. So to take care of those employee, double click on this and select this, and let's use else if. Come right down here, else if is this number here. All of the details we have to change. Paste that in here. So we change the name of this individual, and we change the address and so on. So let's say the address is number 17 Little Venice. And the name is Tony Montana, my dear friend. And his postcode, make that up. It's male. Okay, and all of these we have to change. Alright, so let's say 2, 5, 7 double. That's 4. And this one, so 4, 2, 1, 5, 8. And here as well, change that. There. So let's run that. We've changed all of this. Run that and see. Run. There we go. Peter Parker, Tony Montana. There we go, guys. Now you get the whole idea. So I'm going to now copy, paste, and just change that. However, I will have to speed that up. I only have 3 more to do. That's 2. And there. So let's speed that up. Okay, we are finished with that. So now let's run it and try it all out. Run. Start from the last number. Look at that. That's Mary Allen, Rebecca Johnson, and Grace Frogner. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of the second part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.